Yung pong sinasabing he does not appear to be the most guilty, yan po ay tatanggapin natin pag state witness na, wala po tayo doon. Nandun pa lang tayo sa Section 3 protection. So let me make that clear ha. Kasi po ang nasabi ng Senate President, paano yun yung perception ng tao, most guilty sila? First of all, I don't agree. Kaya nga nagrarally, alam ng tao may mastermind sa likod nila. Di ba? Napakagaling naman ng diskaya na pati bycam, pati budget, pati everything. Sila ba nagpapatakbo ng gobyernong Pilipinas? Di ba? They probably could be one of the most guilty na may kasama sila. Pero it is very much possible na may mastermind behind them. Maaring nasa DPWH yung mastermind. Maaring nandito sa Senado, maaring nasa Kongreso. Maaring napakataas ng posisyon. Hindi ko po alam. But assuming for the sake of argument, perception ng tao. Ang perception po is not reality. Trabaho natin to find reality para mabago yung perception. Pero tama na magdali siya. Bakit buhay eh? Pag sinabi ng isang witness that his life is in danger, whether we agree with that witness or not, we have to protect their lives. Kahit payag tayo o hindi. Kahit tingin natin nagsisinungaling o hindi. Kinig din na lawyers, legislators, para lang klaro yung records. No? There are a few things I rely on. I rely on rules. The Bible is full of rules and I believe kung ano itanim, yan ang anihin. The Senate, may rules yan. So, minority, majority, sigurado tayong masusunod yung rule. And of course, sometimes we misquote each other or we have misunderstanding, but we find a way na mag-usap-usap. Minsan umiinit ang ulo. I thank Senator Bato for bringing it up. I thank the Senate President for clarifying that he was referring to those commenting outside because wala na po ni isa sa minority ang nagsabing tuta. I think that was comments outside the Senate. And it is fair game for whoever is alluded to. Both ways po, di ba? Pagka may sinabi tungkol sa minority, pero hindi naman kayo nagsabi or hindi dito sa floor or sa media sinabi ng ibang kakampi or supporter, fair game yan. Part ng another rule is the Constitution. So first, let me clarify yung pagiging unparliamentary. You cannot argue with the presiding officer. That is what, thank you very much. That is what is unparliamentary. You cannot argue with the presiding officer. Klaro yon, we all agree on that. But you can ask a question sa Senate President. Then the Senate President has an option to answer it himself or to pass it to the majority leader or whoever is in charge. But in this case, last week, because it was a decision by Senator Soto, our Senate President, hindi lang ng majority, our Senate President, you chose to answer it from there, which is your privilege. So we didn't mean to argue with you. But the procedure would be to either ask someone else to explain it or for the Senate President to go down at dito po mag-argue so that we do not argue with the Senate President. So if there was any form of disrespect, Mr. Senate President, we did not mean that. Pasensya na rin po kayo. But in the same manner, we have to argue our point of view and rules. Kasi dito, ang daming congressman na nabanggit and wala tayong sinasanto dito. So kung may senador na babanggit, so be it. We have to get to the bottom of all of this. We need a national reset. Dapat lumabas lahat ng katotohanan. Nung sinabi kong we all have to repent, totoo yun. We are all sinners, but that doesn't mean na yung most guilty, yung mga guilty, lahat ng involved dito ay hindi dapat ma-expose at dapat parusahan. Ang problema nga, may gumugulo. At kung ikaw ang mastermind, guguluhin mo to. So ang problema namin, Mr. President, is that, and I think the Senator Marcoleta, the former chairman, will bring it up, no? wala pa tayo dun sa state witness eh. Nandun pa lang tayo sa protection of the witness sa mga diskayas. Pero lumipat po tayo dito sa Assistant DE. Nagulat po kami kasi nga hindi binalik sa Senado when he was still chairman. And Majority Leader, just to be concise, I'll read the rule. Sabi dito sa rule sa page 6 of 7, section 6, subparagraph C, a witness cited in contempt may be ordered detained in such a place that may be designated by the committee alone. May word po na alone. Or with the concurrence of the Senate President. And in our discussion, the new chairman admitted that he was not consulted. It was the Senate President. But I myself, I said, siguro pag nasa ganun sitwasyon, kailangan umakto kagad. I mean, the record, Mr. President, will bear me out, di ba? Na sinabi ko naman, di ba, na ayaw nyo magkaroon ng constitutional crisis, nagsalita yung House, nagsalita yung Senate. Ang problema nga po, hindi naman po simpleng request to ng Speaker of the House eh. Yung mismong witness, siya nasusunod eh. Sinabi niya dun sa House eh, wag nyo na ako ibalik sa Senate, hindi siya binalik. So yes, initially, the issue was not where. The issue is not where to detain him. The issue is who has authority and ano ang rules natin. Ang rules natin yung committee. Ang committee hindi lang yung chairman. But at the last minute, napag-usapan natin dito at hawak ko po ang ating minutes or yung galing ba to sa journal? Transcript, no? Meron pong TSN po to. Nag-motion eh. Ang plenary po, mas mataas sa committee. So, paano po nangyari na si Assistant DE, sa simpleng request niya, hindi naman nag-meeting yung committee. Ako as minority leader, automatic, hindi naman ako nakonsulta. So, ang problema namin sa minority is not really where he is detained eh. Ang problema namin, can we rely on the rules? Because ang tamang procedure doon, kung hindi natin pinagbotohan to sa floor, is that either the chairman decides and we all give our concurrence sa chairman or he informs us, may letter, anong tingin nyo? Then of course, masusunod naman yung majority, minority naman kami. Pero hindi na naman ganun nangyari. Tapos maririnig namin, mababasa na lang namin sa dyaryo or sa internet or maririnig namin ngayon sa majority leader na yun ang naging desisyon. Hindi pwedeng magdesisyon ang plenary tapos mababaliktad na lang ito. So the issue is not just Bryce. The issue is also the rules of the Senate. Ganun din po I don't know who wants to answer this. Ano ba ang rule natin pagdating sa CCTV? So, I put this on record. I will put it on record. Hanga ako kay Senator Lacson mag-imbestiga. And I support him to go all the way. But hindi ba kung meron tayong sinususpetsya dito, you make a request for the CCTV. And then, you have a conclusion. Kasi kung hindi, lahat na lang tayo titingin sa CCTV. Tapos sasabihin natin dito, may nakita akong ganito, pumunta sa media. May nakita ko, pumunta sa ganito. Di ba? So, yes, the government is under attack and that's legitimate. The Gen Zs are rising up. That's legitimate. They should. But we should not attack ourselves. Kung meron guilty sa atin dito, i-expose natin. Tapos sa Ethics Committee. Huwag natin pigilan ng witness. Kung gusto ituro ni Bryce, kung siyam kami sa minor, ituro niya. Pero sundin natin yung rules, no? So before I let go of the floor, I think Senator Marcoleta on the same topic wants to say some things. But whether he will say it or not, Mr. President, no? I don't know the pleasure of the body sa plenary. At mas marami naman kayo eh. So kung gusto nyo dito sa Senate, di okay. And I think Senator Estrada also found out that both in the PNP custodial and in the Pasay City, walang taga-usaha. Tama ba yun? Sa custodial, hindi totoo na it was under the custody of USAA kasi walang taga-USAA ang nandun. So we do not know what transpired during that time. Kasi pagka under contempt, hindi punishment yun eh. Binibigyan mo ng oras yung witness pag isip-isipan kung magsasabi ng totoo hindi. But if we allow people to come in and talk to him, hindi mo na alam kung sino nag-guide sa witness na yon. Ang pwede lang yung abogado niya, maybe his family. Diba? So I think this is legitimate without pointing fingers to anyone. I don't know what the Discayas will say. I don't know what Bryce Hernandez will say. Let them say everything they want to say. As Senator Ping naman said, may resibo. Pero katulad kay Joel Villanueva, peke yung resibo, ghost yung resibo eh. Hindi pala screenshot yun eh. Pinicturan pala ang cellphone. Ang screenshot, cellphone, sinave mo yung screen. Eto, cellphone, kinunan. O sabihin mo na, sige, let's not on technicalities. Tapos tignan mo yung laman. Yung laman, member daw siya ng CA, hindi siya member ng CA doon. At tapos na. Kay Senator Jinggoy, naka-Amerikana. Minsan na nga lang mag-Amerikana yung tao eh. Nung birthday niya. Pero ang picture sinabi, birthday niya, hindi naman. So yes, may resibo. Pero may peking resibo eh. But we will address that at the right forum, Mr. President. But again, we have to follow the rules. Sabi ng Supreme Court sa case ni Vice President Sara, sa tamang paraan, sa tamang panahon.
What is the pleasure of the minority leader?
Yeah, Mr. President, because I mentioned some of that, may I be allowed to interject, and then of course it is the pleasure of the Senate President if he wants to answer again.
The minority leader is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. Unang-una, Mr. President, sa rule, verba lehis. Kapag ka very clear, plain interpretation, clear po yun. You do not interpret. Ang sinabi po sa Rule 6, a witness in contempt may be ordered detained in such a place may be designated by the committee alone. Alone. Ibig sabihin po, yung committee lang. Ano yung with? Kasama. With concurrence of the Senate President. Hindi nakalagay or the Senate President. So you ask all the lawyers here, they will tell you, ang ibig sabihin nito, pwedeng kumuha ng concurrence or pwedeng hindi. Yun yung or. Hindi po to committee or the Senate President. That's why if you go to the last paragraph, the order may be lifted by the chairman with the concurrence of the Senate President. The Senate President cannot lift ang nakalagay doon with the concurrence. Hindi rin pwedeng yung committee. So na-violate po rules natin because it was not the committee alone. As I said, personally, I don't take it against the Senate President nung unang araw na pag-upo niya. Kasi unang-una po, kakapalit lang ng Senate President. Pangalawa, tumawag yung Speaker, nagkaroon ng debate. Having said that, it is very clear in the rules and in the Constitution, meron Supreme Court cases yan, that the plenary is supreme. Even the Senate President said, di ba, primus inter pares, he's just the first among equals. Equal tayo lahat. But of course, he represents the Senate. So when the plenary decided to put him in Pasay City Jail, ang makakalift po niyan, hindi po yung committee, hindi po yung Senate President, it's the plenary. So we violated our rules. That's why we stood up to correct. Okay, let me go now to the Witness Protection Program. Let me first mention, I love the humility of the Senate President in the sense na sinabi niyang opinion niya yon, and of course the Constitution guarantees him his opinion. But let us remember, Senator Tito Soto before Monday gave the opinion of a senator. But after Monday, he's giving the opinion of the Senate President. There's a thin line between the opinion of the Senate President for the Senate and the opinion of Senator Tito Soto. Both are valid. He always studies. He always knows what he's talking about. But magkaiba po yun eh. Magkaiba yung dinidebate ko siya sa opinion niya at yung opinion ng Senate President bilang Pangulo ng Senado. So for example po, Mr. President, and let me address then Senator Kiko, although in a sense it's none of my business because he was manifesting that in the Blue Ribbon Committee. Iba po ang Witness Protection Program, Section 3, Admission in the Program. Iba po yung Section 10, State Witness. Iba po yung Section 17, Discharge of a State Witness. Yung pong sinasabing he does not appear to be the most guilty, yan po ay tatanggapin natin pag state witness na wala po tayo doon. Nandun pa lang tayo sa Section 3 protection. So let me make that clear. Kasi po ang nasabi ng Senate President, paano yun yung perception ng tao, most guilty sila? First of all, I don't agree. Kaya nga nagrarally, alam ng tao may mastermind sa likod nila. Di ba? Napakagaling naman ng Diskaya na pati BICAM, pati budget, pati everything, sila ba nagpapatakbo ng gobyernong Pilipinas? Di ba? They probably could be one of the most guilty na may kasama sila, pero it is very much possible na may mastermind behind them. At hindi lang po sila ang may ghost. So kung sila ang mastermind, then ibig sabihin, for example, ano pa? Wow, Sims, etc. Ibig sabihin nun, kasama din sila. Pero kung ginagawa din ng Sims yun, ginagawa din ng Wawaw, maaring individual racket yun, maaring meron pong mastermind. Maaring nasa DPWH yung mastermind. Maaring nandito sa Senado, maaring nasa Kongreso. Maaring napakataas ng posisyon. Hindi ko po alam. But assuming for the sake of argument, perception ng tao. Ang perception po is not reality. Trabaho natin to find reality para mabago yung perception. So papakawalan po natin ang possible witness kasi tingin ng tao siya ang most guilty. So, halimbawa po kay Napoles, if there was someone most guilty, wag na natin habulin kasi tingin ng tao siya most guilty. Dapat hinabol natin. No? Ngayon, siya mukhang most guilty, siya yung nakakulong. What's my point, Mr. President? Bakit nag-react si Senator Marcoleta? If I may, Senator, I cannot speak for you, but you're my good friend. Mr. Senate President, siya lang naman ang mamadali kaya siya tinamaan. Pero tama na magdali siya, bakit buhay Pag sinabi ng isang witness that his life is in danger, whether we agree with that witness or not, we have to protect their lives. Kahit payag tayo o hindi. Kahit tingin natin nagsisinungaling o hindi. Bakit po? Okay, number one, wala pong magnanakaw na hindi sinungaling. Kaya nga ang kapatid ng magnanakaw ay sinungaling. Bakit po? Ghost Project, pinirmahan mo na may project So nagsinungaling ka na may project kasi wala Di ba? Ninakaw mo, hindi sa'yo yun. Pinalabas mo sa'yo, nagsinungaling ka na. So magkapatid po yun. Hindi nga magkapatid, it's the same person. So pagka nahuli, hindi ka agad aamin yan. Magsisinungaling muna yan. Hindi ako yan. There is a process and a time, and tama po si Senate President, tama po the esteemed Senator Kiko, dumaan sa proseso. Ang problema natin, ayaw natin sa proseso. Protection pa lang, sinasabi nila, papatayin sila. So pagka yan, binigyan mo ng protection, kasunod na doon, sandali lang, ano ba alam mo? So question, paano yan baka magsinungaling? Hindi po. Bakit? Sabi po sa Section B ng Section 3, Section B, his testimony can be substantially corroborated on material points. So again, quoting Senator Lacson, may resibo. But quoting myself, hindi peke na resibo, hindi ghost receipts. So ibig sabihin po, pagkatapos mo bigyan ng proteksyon, papupuntahin mo ngayon sa DOJ. Doon mo na pakakantahin. Doon mo na i-assess. Bakit importante to? Kasi pag nakita ng Sims, nakita ng Wawaw na may kumakanta na, mag-uunahan na yan sa DOJ kung sino ang kakanta. Parang karaoke yan. Pag hindi pa naka-on at wala pang may hawak ng mic, walang gustong kumanta. Pag kinuha na ang mic at kinanta na yung My Way, agawan na sa mic yon. Habang walang kumakanta kung sino ang mastermind dito, wala, liligawin po tayo. Tayo, ngayon. I feel for the Senate President, if part of him feels we're wasting time, may I admit, Mr. Senate President, dear colleagues, part of me feels that we might be wasting time. Bakit? Instead of using this to find the mastermind. Senator Lacson, I appreciate what you've been doing. Having said that, let's go back to the rules. Pag binigyan mo ng protection ng mga Diskaya at hindi sila magsabi ng totoo, that can be corroborated in material points. I-discharge mo sila, bahala sila sa buhay nila. Pero may mga techniques yan. Sa ibang bansa, yung kanilang Attorney General, DOJ, sasabihin yan, paano yan, kumakanta na? O kaya sasabihin sa Diskaya, papakawalan ka namin, walang protection, pero ipagkakalat namin, sinabi mo na sa amin, ayaw mo lang pirmahin kung sino ang mastermind. So, there are different techniques that are legal to ferret out the truth. Pero hindi naman pwede pong, sabi nga ni Senator Escudero pag binanggit ang congressman, hindi credible. Pag binanggit ang senador, credible. Pag binanggit 2022, papunta ngayong credible, hindi binanggit. I myself think dapat banggitin na 2016. Ba't banggitin nyo rin 2010 to 2016? Wala naman nagsabing graft free ang DPWH noong 2010 to 2016 Sa bayan namin, contractor, congressman, doon na uso yung sheet piling 2010 to 2016. Bago nun, walang sheet piling sa Taguig. Pero yung sheet piling na isa sa mga pinaka-corrupt ways of flood control, nangyari po to 2010 to 2013 or 2016. So let's get to the bottom of it. But let's follow the law. Yung state witness, malayo pa yon. So nung una ko nabalitaan, kailangan state witness, I disagreed with Senator Marcoleta and went up to him and said, Boss, baka magkaiba tayo ng opinion kung dapat si Diskaya. Pero tama nga siya, wala pa tayo dun, nasa protection pa lang . Hindi pa natin naririnig kung anong sasabihin nila. Ngayon, kung, hindi ko na itutuloy, pero yung initials na lang, kung BS ang sasabihin sa atin, buisit sila. I-release mo sila ulit. Diba? Pero paano po kung willing sila magturo? Last point. Iba po ang discharge of the accused to state witness. I think it was JV Hinlo sa Facebook na nagsasabing, remember, hindi all or nothing to. Pag state witness ka, hindi ibig sabihin, totally discharged ka na. Pwedeng halimbawa, imbis na 5 habang buhay na pagkakulong, 1 habang buhay na pagkakulong ka na lang. Ngayon yung sinasabing kailangan isoli yung pera, I agree with that. 100% dapat may restitution. 100% dapat ibalik. Sa Biblia nga, doble pa dapat ibalik. Ito lang po ang tanong. Wala sa batas yun . Wala sa batas. That's a matter of public policy. So what does it mean? Patawag mo muna yung mga Diskaya o anong willing nyong gusto sabihin. Okay. Makorroborate nyo ba? Ibig sabihin, meron bang resibo yan? So sinabi mo, eto binigyan ng 30%, nasaan yan? Kasi hindi ko na po babanggitin ngayon Or babanggitin ko na po ngayon. Sa Taguig, may project po ang mga Diskaya. Open bidding Pero kung hindi ako magkakamali, sa Pasig, meron din pong project ang mga Diskaya. Both kay Mayor Vico sa City Hall at both sa And siya pa nga nagsabi nun, kung hindi ako nagkakamali this is not an expose. I'm just telling you as a fact. And I'm looking at when tong mga project na to. So far, wala pa kami nakikitang ghost. So far, may nakikita kami. Maganda pagkagawa, okay or pangit, pero subcon daw. Hindi ko alam. Of course, malicious yung pagka-post. Malicious, mali na delicious. Malicious. Kaya pinagpepiestahan kasi pag sinabi 1 billion in 3 years, Taguig has 1% of the population of the Philippines. We have 1.3 million people, almost 1%. Taguig is one of the biggest income earners of the Philippines. So ang infra ng Taguig is between 7 to 9 billion. So sa 7 billion, a year, in 3 years, 21 billion. Ang 1 billion mo, wala pang 4%. Ang Taguig used to be underwater for 3 months. Pag umulan ng December or November, hanggang January na yon. Awan ng Diyos, hindi masyadong bumabaha ngayon. Very minor. So what's my point? Imbestigahan niyo po kami. Huwag niyo pong i-exempt ang kahit anong city. Huwag niyo i-exempt si Alan Cayetano. Huwag niyo i-exempt ang congressman namin. Huwag niyo i-exempt yung kapatid ko na dating mayor. Huwag niyo i-exempt si Vico Soto. Huwag niyo i-exempt si Joel Villanueva. Lalong niyong huwag i-exempt si Jinggoy Estrada. Huwag niyo i-exempt ang mga congressman. Pero bakit? Sandali lang. Nagsalita ka, Diskaya, bawal ka na. Pero ikaw, Bryce, dahil senador binanggit mo, sige, sabihin mo lang kung saan mo gusto, doon ka na magstay. Hindi ata tama po iyon. No? So ganun din ang hamon ko sa DPWH. Para kuman kapatid, yung bagong sekretary, hinahamon ko siya na saan na ang listahan ng lahat ng projects, ang lahat ng 15, para isang posting na lang tayo. Hindi yung parang nachismis ka na magse-Senate President ka, biglang may lalabas na listahan. O nachichismis si Lito, nakikipag-usap sa akin, baka may lumabas na listahan sa'yo. Pinag-uusapan namin yung paborito kong Maha Blanca ba tawag doon? Na dinadala niya, tibok-tibok pala, tibok-tibok. So Mr. President, I understand the stress. Bagong upo ang majority, the country is in turmoil in sense of finding an answer, but there are rules we have to follow. So mahaba pa to, pero witness protection program, doon pa lang po sa protektahan. Marami siyang pera, may security. So kung napatay siya, we will never know. We will never know who the mastermind is because a simple sulat order na please protect them. Protect them, give them 48 hours. Pag hindi sila nagsabi kung sino. Pag sila nagsabi, pero BS ulit yung sinabi nila, di-discharge natin. Number 3, hindi po kami ang nag-request ng meron pong taga Office of Sergeant at Arms. Pinapaliwanag namin na sinabi na pag may nangyari sa kanila dito, pag dito sa Senate, yung perception na sumusunod tayo sa witness. Ang majority ang sumagot ng may legal at may actual or physical custody, pero parating under OSAA yan at yung OSAA masusunod. Hinahanap ko yung transcript kung... Yeah. Okay, anyway, hinahanap ko kung nabanggit na meron taga-OSAA doon. Pero nabanggit ko, I know, wag na tayo mag-ubos ng oras to look at the TSN. Ang concern namin, sinong magko-coach o kakausap sa kanya doon. Don't worry, mahigpit ang rules, di ba? Tapos nandun ang OSAA, wala nga yung OSAA doon eh. So yun ang point namin. Hindi po namin krinikriticize ang OSAA, hindi namin nahanap. Pero napakabigat ng ano na to, ng mga allegations dito eh. So yung integrity ng witnesses, napaka-importante. Opinion, I agree with you, Mr. Senate President. Dapat hindi dapat hindi tinatamaan. Nabanggit nyo, devious, ibig sabihin, makademonyo, yung plot na magkakaroon ng bagong Senate President. Unang-una, ang nagbanggit na mag-ingat sa coup ay kasama nyo sa majority noong Thursday dito, hindi kami sa minority. Pangalawa, 2007 pa ako nandito sa Senado. Wala pa akong nakitang minority dito na ayaw maging majority. Si Coco Pimentel, tuwan-tuwa sa magiging minority, pero gusto niya maging majority at gusto niya maging Senate President. Sa 24 sa atin dito, baka si Lito Lapid lang ang ayaw maging Senate President. Pero baka gusto mo rin. Baka gusto mo rin. Pwede rin. Pwede rin. Oh. So, 3 na lang kailangan natin, Supremo. 9 na kami, pang 10 ka, 3 na lang, 13, Supremo. Okay. What's my point, Mr. President? Hindi po kami ang nagsabing may plot. Alam niyo po kung nabasa ko to sa Facebook, napakaganda. Sabi niya, what is the difference between stupidity and intelligence? Sabi niya, ang intelligence may hangganan. Tama nga naman, wala naman hangganan ng stupidity, di ba? So tanong ko sa inyo, mga kasama ko, sa minority man majority, sinong tanga na magkuku tapos i-announce, tapos ilalagay sa Facebook na may numero na sila? Di ba? Wala naman magkuku. Tapos i-announce, tapos sasabihin na meron. Siyempre, lahat tayo may supporter, kinikilig yun. O ilabas natin bukas na si JB Ejercito ang magiging Senate President, kikiligin po ang mga supporter ni JB Ejercito. Ilagay po natin na si Jinggoy Estrada, kikiligin supporter niya. magagalit naman yung galit sa kanya. So, we respect the majority and your prerogatives, Mr. President, di ba? Wala akong kinausap na senador over the weekend. In fact, nahiya ako sa minority because ang paalam ko sa kanila, minority leader. Di ba? But I can tell you straight in everyone's faces with all humility, dahil alam nyo to, you offered me the Senate presidency in 2016. Pero ang kasama doon ay magiging Secretary ay Justice Committee si Leila de Lima na alam kong ang tanging pakay ay tanggalin si Duterte plus other committees that I did not agree with. That was the cost. Hindi ko kayang bayaran yung cost na yon. Hindi ko kayang bayaran yung cost na yon. So, I lost it. Napunta kay Coco Pimentel and it was good for the country. Panay Mindanao. But yun yung cost. Oh, it was offered to me again last month. But sabi ko, hindi ko kayang saksakin sa likod. Kahit sa harap, hindi ko kayang saksakin si Chis Escudero. So humanap ng ibang kandidato. And I think, at this time, Senator Soto has a role to play. And he is Senate President. Diba? So if and when it is offered to me, it will be in terms that I can pay the cost. Kasi lahat yan may cost eh. Eh, ang hirap maging independent po ngayon. Bawat galaw natin, ituloy natin yung hearing, may galit kasi may independent commission na. Huwag natin ituloy ang hearing, parang may pinagtatakpan tayo. That's why I'm glad that the Senator Lacson said, tuloy yung hearing. Let's focus, may mastermind dito. Yung mastermind ang kailangan mabunyag. Bakit? Kasi kung hindi uulitin. Pangalawa po, may kultura, naging madali sa mastermind kasi kultura nating corruption. Sa maraming paraan. So, Mr. President, I beg to disagree that hindi nasunod ang rules. But we're starting out. And our plate is full. Sa minority, we have a nation-building agenda. We plan to participate sa budget hearing. Sinabi, wala ng flood control funds. Some want it sa feeding program. Some want it sa education. Some want it in different programs. So we'll all be busy here, but we have to establish. So what do we do now? I do not know the pleasure of Senator Jinggoy or the pleasure of the chairman of the Blue Ribbon Committee kung siya hold. But as of now, hindi natin nire-reverse ang plenary sa Pasay City Jail. If you ask me to vote, ako gusto ko dito. Kasi hindi naman penalty ang contempt in the sense na gano'n, no? But Mr. President, hindi naman pwedeng magbobotohan tayo dito sa plenary tapos i-reverse ng kung sino man.
Minority leaders recognized.
Sorry, Mr. Presiding Officer, to make it hard. I will yield to Senator Joel to answer that. But the commitment I want is we follow the rules. So next time, pag nagbotohan tayo dito, hindi pwedeng may post-action tayo to unless it's an emergency. Nilipat na Yeah, Mr. President, and may also manifest. And extraordinary lang po na pinagbotohan natin yan sa plenary. So I just want to express that we want to support our chairman of the Blue Ribbon Committee, Senator Lacson. So after this, it will be the committee and the chairman in coordination with the Senate President. Diba? Hindi man kailangan parating pagbotohan dito. May mga extraordinary circumstance lang na nangyari. So we want to normalize not only the consultation but the following of our rules, and we look forward to working with Senator Lacson and of course the Senate President.